Once upon a time we were in our monthly meetings. We call them contact meetings. We do them every month. So a certain minister will come for that meeting. Are you there? Check into a hotel and be attending the meeting. Then at the end of the meeting, he will now come to me and say, the bill is so and so. Have you ever experienced such? Everything about that arrangement is wrong. But you, if you are not careful, you will not know that Satan is asking a question. We were the ones that claimed, we're the ones that prophesied that God has given us a calling that will attract men from all over the world, and they will come and camp in our city. We're the ones that prophesied like that. Okay. And now, there is one, just one. Even though everything about the person's way of going about it is wrong. Because it is possible for you to call us and say, we are coming, or we don't have, and then we'll know we are expecting you. But that aspect, so forget about the person's wrong. That's what I learned in working with God. You be right. So for all the times, and this comings was for 4 years. This coming was for 4 years. And sometimes in pastors' meeting, the issue will be raised. This matter, because it seems to me like a test, because it's not reasonable. A human being should not behave like that. But we're already in this situation. How do we analyze it? Do you know how to analyze a situation and see from God's side? Oh my. That's the technical aspect of this teaching. I came to give you new eyes and new lenses. 10 years later, you know, that thing continued for four years. Huh? Then, in an additional 6 years, we now started having international delegates come for our meetings. So that was our own outcome. The real thing that situation was preparing us for, because we were seeing with God's eyes and God's lenses, we entered into it 6 years later. So in the 6 years that his misbehavior prepared us, 6 years later, his 4 years of misbehavior prepared us for our own destiny 6 years later. And while we were entering into the destiny that his misbehavior prepared us for, he himself founded a false doctrine. So he was going down because what he was doing was wrong. What he was doing was wrong, but how we interpreted it was not with the flesh. We entered into our destiny that his misbehavior prepared us for. We enlarged our capacity to accommodate all kinds of stuff. And that capacity was needed for us to host people from different cultures all over the world. So by the time people started coming, and our cooks now prepared food and spiced it with alligator pepper. The food was shining like this. And then people ate it and they couldn't eat it. Some of them were coughing because they don't know what pepper is. So when we made those mistakes, we knew how to adjust because we've been in a situation, oh man. We enlarged because the way we saw the situation, we didn't see it from the flesh. The natural reaction would have been to attend to that situation from the flesh. If you don't have money, don't come again. Hey! But if that is your reaction, God will now look at you and say, this man, if I bring people, weary people, from the ends of the earth, he doesn't have the capacity to be the nurse that is needed to bind their wounds. there is a lens that you need to analyze things from so that you will not be a victim. Satan will use people to activate flesh response from you. Can you contain that kind of misbehavior for 4 years? 4 years. 12 months. 4 years. That's how many times? Help me with the calculations, please. What? 48. 48 times. 48 times of that misbehavior was what it took to develop the capacity to host the nations. It depends on how you see. Satan wants you to respond in the flesh because he wants to enthrone Adam. Adam is the personality that is manifested when we yield to the flesh.